Welcome to Leadership Unscripted, where I speak to one of 300 AI-generated random topics which I haven't seen before. Why? For fun and for learning. So here we go. Let me spin the wheel. All right, what have we got? Describe how leaders create psychological safety. Excellent. This is a big topic, and obviously psychological safety is one of those constructs that's been talked about for a long time now, probably popularized by people like Amy Edmondson, who's done some amazing work in this area and research. And I think leaders create psychological safety in every single moment. I really like the notion of leadership shadow. And so our shadow can be either positive, negative, or neutral. And another way to think about it is, what do people say when you're not in the room? You know, what's the story that people tell when you're not in the room? I sometimes do a fun exercise in workshops where I say to people, okay, so imagine you've just walked into your favorite cafe and you notice your team just sitting around the corner. Excuse me. They can't see you, but you can hear them. And they're talking about you. What are they saying? And there's two scenarios. The first one is they're saying something really positive and what a great leader you are. Second scenario, it's not so complimentary. So what are they saying about you? And so in a way, the story that's told about us, the narrative that's told about us is, you know, I love the cliche that people don't remember what we say, but they remember how we make them feel. And so psychological safety is a really important foundation of that. And if we don't have psychological safety, then we really haven't got too much. There's still some people, I'll call them dinosaurs, in the world who think the soft stuff is warm and fluffy and not necessary. I love what Tom Peters talks about in this regard when he's asked after his 30-something book and 40 years, and how come you talk so much about people, Tom? And he says, what else is there? And so the people part, being human-centered, is really critical and really important. So we talk about the critical few behaviours, and it may not be any surprise to you, but in that pyramid, from the base, the foundation in our base of the critical few behaviours that leaders must demonstrate, the very first one is psychological safety. From psychological safety, which has a whole lot of things, you know, implicit in it in terms of trust, respect, vulnerability, courage. There's so much in psychological safety. Comes intuition, comes decision making, comes brainstorming, comes challenge, conflict, robust discussions, you name it. There's just so much that stems from psychological safety, and leaders create that by how they turn up. Are they respectful? Do they listen? Do they treat people with kindness and fairness in the first instance? Or are they much more task focused, where they're forgetting that there's a human, you know, sitting behind the keyboard, so to speak? So that's probably enough. My timer has gone all funny again, but oh, there we go. It's 00, so I'm assuming that's 3 minutes. So probably a little bit over. That's how leaders create psychological safety and its importance. So thanks so much. See you next time.